Good morning everyone, this is Crypto Ant 9 and I'm back with another video for you guys. So in this video I'm going to be talking about volume profile, what it is, how we can use it, why is it effective, and the best way to use it on BTC, altcoins, or whichever type of coin that you're looking at to use it for. So I shared this chart yesterday in the group, the VIP group actually, and I wanted to give you obviously some idea obviously what it means. Obviously when people are looking at it, they might be confused what it means, how we can break it down, what's all this volume, etc. So obviously I wanted you guys to show you obviously what it is first, like this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to delete the volume profile and then start all the way from the beginning and I'll show you how to do it. So wherever you did, I think, right, delete it there and delete it there. I'm going to leave the writing for now because obviously it would take too long if I rewrote everything again, but obviously I'll show you a reason why it's there. So with volume profile, it helps us identify the areas where the most volume of price action occurred on a certain period, whether it's on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 day, over a fixed amount of time. You can either have a fixed volume profile, which you can allocate the specific time for it, from say the first of the month to the end of the month, or you can have a volume profile that is dynamic and it just moves as the chart goes ahead. So I'm going to show you the fixed volume profile that you just saw now. The best way to go find it, you go indicators and strategies, click that, click to volume profile, and then you do fixed range. Then I'm going to click that, click out of here and X. And then what I'm going to do it from the 19th of May, the first crash that we had, all the way, that's long, all the way to the current period that we are now. So this fixed range covers all of the price action that we had the 19th of May 2021 up to the 23rd of July 2021. So I'm just going to adjust it for you guys now to make it look easier to understand on the eye. That there. All right. Click into it here. So I think on the normal row size, I think it's less. But for me, 50 row size works best. And the volume area is 43. I'm going to change the style for you as well. Because obviously not many people understand what red and yellow means and stuff like that. So I'm going to just do it to the simple colors. So up volume is green. Down volume is red. Volume area is up, it's green. Volume area down is red. There you go. POC, which means point of control, I'm going to keep that into a red line. Developing POC, I don't really use it. And the histogram box, I'm just going to get rid of it. White background. And then you can use that. And everything else just stays the same. Visibility, coordinates, visibility, imports, everything stays the same. Press OK. Right, so what this tells me, and I'm just going to break it down for you now here. Let me get a highlighter for you guys. I don't know what color that is, but anyway. So, over here, for you guys. Right. So the volume profile from a specific point of period from the 19th of May at 1 o'clock, for example. This is on the 4 hour chart. Move that onto the 1 day chart, whatever you prefer. This tells me where the most buying and selling volume occurred between 19th of May to the 23rd of July. And this area here, highlighting this area here, where we see the most bars, so we see more buying and selling happened in this region here between 35,600 and 32,410. That area shows me that's where the more buying and more selling volume occurred during that period. And between that period, we have this line called point of control, which is POC. And that line, or that specific 2 bars, is where the most price action and volume occurred throughout the whole period from 19th of May to the 23rd of July. So what that line means, just delete that. So what this line means and how people interpret it differently, I wish I want to interpret for you guys as well, obviously, what I think it means as well. Anyway, sorry about that. So what the POC really means, it can act as dynamic support or dynamic resistance. Every time we're trending from the point of control, if the price is trending above, we can easily get a bullish sentiment. The price trending below is bearish sentiment. Simple as that. So we can actually use that as a support or resistance line to track price action at a specific point of time. Obviously on this one, I've done it between those certain dates, but you can do it from 1 week to another week. So you can do 1 week ones or 1 day ones or 12-hour fixed point. So you can track price on a smaller scale rather than a bigger scale. But I just wanted to show you guys what's currently happening with price. And then we have these 2 areas on the left-hand side here. I'll zoom for you. I've highlighted this before. We've got higher volume node, which is the higher area of price action, where the smaller bars here mean there was less buying and selling in this region here. And then you have lower volume nodes in this region as well, where there was smaller buying and selling pressure in these regions here, which basically, and another way to describe it, if obviously because this is over an extended period of time, and I'll show you an example later where I'll shorten it as well, is price tends to move quicker in specific regions where the volume is much lower. So if when we saw price come back down to this region here at 28,857, the volume was relatively low compared to what there was at 32,000, which tells me probably a fake out in price in selling pressure, and then the price will bounce back up to where more buying and selling pressure was. So in this region here, so that's what we kind of saw. We saw a drop down to 28,000. No, not recently, but 29,000 actually the other period, and then we saw this quick rebound of price back up to this point of control, which is giving us a further confluence that point of control is a major area where people are buying and selling at a higher volume and above it as well. So what you can actually do, and this is what I showed previously, I will draw a line here, a horizontal line here at the top of this highlighted area where the buying and selling pressure is, which is the 35,618. So that's telling me that at the moment, any price above this point of control, we have some bullish sentiment, but we can have heavy resistance at 35,000 until we break that volume profile, and the volume profile of buying and selling goes up high in this period here. So yeah, so like I said, I showed you an example, obviously, between 19th of July and a certain point. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you another chart. I want to show you on the Coinbase chart, which I haven't drawn anything just yet. I'll do that for you now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw it from this period here. Right, so we have the price here, and one of the main, I'll draw it from the main rejection we had on the 12th of July at 5 p.m. at 34,000. I'm going to draw a fixed range from that point there as well. Show you what's happening to that price. There you go. I'm not going to adjust it now for you guys because it's obviously a fresh new chart. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But obviously, you understand, obviously, blue is buying, yellow is the selling. Again, look at this. Point of control between in that period, when we dipped under, we've not recovered back up from that period. That can be a swing high to swing low on the fib as well. Actually, I'll draw that on the fib for you guys as well. Fib, where's the fib? There it is. There you go. There you go. Another confluence here for you guys. So we've added the fib and the point of control at 0.382. So came up here, we dipped under, bounced off 0.27, came back up here, currently trending at 32,055. That will say that's the next bounce off point. And the next confluence will be at the same point of control, which is at 31,800. Do that fib for you now, guys, as well, so I can show you further what I mean. Right, if I zoom in here for you guys on the 4-hour chart, right? So we know the most price action happened in this period here of this chart example, 31,800. That's most volume between 32 and 31,400. And anything above that, look, see the low volume here, low volume there. There's some increased volume in this region of buying and selling, but so people were aggressively buying. No surprise, we're buying this here, this region here. We're buying and selling this region here. There's a lot of buying and selling pressure here. And then look at that drop that we had on the 20th of July at 1 AM. Look, we dropped literally on no volume, indicating a fake out of volume drop. Came back out here, people bought, and look, price went through here. Again, price rose through literally no volume at all. Which was indicating that was a fake out break, it was a fake out. The downside broke above, point of control, now it's holding as dynamic support. Simple as that. Let me just do that as well, get a chance. So yeah, so it's just another tool to use, for example, when you're looking at specific points of period. This obviously can be applied on altcoins as well. So the other one I'm going to show you as well, I'm going to show you the visible range. So this is a more of, again, look, the same confluence here. This is more of a dynamic chart, and what happens is it adjusts as you zoom out. And what I mean by that is your starting point of this chart to the right hand side here that you see here of the visible range, which is just this one here, and then you can find that here again. Look, visible range, click on that and it'll bring up the one on the right hand side. And with the visible range, it acts as dynamic, so when I start to zoom out, it will adjust. And the best way to use this tool effectively, your starting period of this visible range will be on the far left hand corner here. So anything that's the first bar candle to this region here on the left hand side, that will be your starting point, and your end point will be where you currently are. Keep zooming out, it will keep changing. See, point of control goes up and down. It's best to use it when you're looking at a specific point of period. Say I want to look at, I don't know, from here for example. So yeah, that's just moves. You can do it on daily as well. Again, look, confluence of the same areas, 32,757. Again, that's the area that we need to break above to be bullish again, because we're currently in a downtrend. We've been in a downtrend, so we had a good candle yesterday. I mean, 21st of July, really good candle. 2 weak candles at the moment on daily. So we need a bigger push up to the upside, or we have any more bullish sentiment, bullish continuation. But yeah, so I'll show you just one of the biggest coins at the moment that's literally in its own bull market. Actually, now look at that, it's got rejected. 32,000 rejections, that. So 4 hour, simple as this. There we go. There we go. I'll do that Let me do a starting point there. The reason why I'm doing this as a starting point is because the 10th of July, I had this volume to the upside here. Here it is there. And what we'll do, so we can see again, final control is at $17. A lot of buying pressure and selling pressure between $16 and $20 as well. Now what I'll do, I'm going to do a fixed range for you guys from that period as well, to about the same confluence from that period to that period. Yeah, exactly that. Yep, same again. In that period, more buying volume, selling was here. I'm just going to move out from that visible range because I like to focus on the fixed range because it gives me a fixed amount of period. Look at that. So look, see, price is moving higher to these volumes on less volume here. Price is going up with less volume. It means there's a lot of buying pressure here. Now there's a lot of selling pressure here, but lower volume. So not many people are buying and selling here. They're not accumulating as much. All the buying was done at $17. That's the main area between $19 and $16. That was the main area where people were buying and selling. So that would have been a good region. Again, this was difficult to track because this here fell under point of control. So you had to wait for a breakout above it, confirm more bullish, or break down below to confirm more bearish sentiment at the time of doing this. Yeah, let me go to 43, that's fine. So yeah, so look, again, look, $17. And normally when something pumps up like this, like crazy, that would have been a great short at 32,000. Missed it, never mind. So when something pumps up like this, that point of control is an area where price always comes back down to. Not always, it attracts that price to come back to and will act as dynamic support, dynamic resistance. Because there's a lot of buying and selling pressure in that region here. I'll highlight it again for you here. But where is it? No! Ah, there it is, rectangle here. I'll just highlight that for you there, look at that. So if I was looking at this trade, or where I'll short it to, or where I will long it from, will be in between this region here. At $16 to that $20 marks, a good region to be looking at. I'll be looking at this now. I'll either be waiting for a bounce back down to this region, a short all the way down to this region. And once we get to that region, whether we hold above will be another long, or we fall below and that will be continued short. But this tells me where exactly the buyers and the sellers are buying and selling, for example, when we know that's that region. We know price moves quicker through higher and lower volume nodes, which is the top side and the left and the downside. The price moves more rapidly through that region because there's less buying and selling pressure to keep the price at the same level. So we know here, look at that. Again, look up here. Low volume, that region there. We know price will eventually come back down to the downside, depending obviously how many more people want to start shorting this, or how many people are just longing it as well. So that will be an interesting chart to look out for. And yeah, I think that's it really. Obviously, the volume profile is a great tool to use. Obviously, I'll be using it more often when I'm doing my charts now. It's obviously something I've been looking at, how to use it more effectively, and how, when I'm looking at altcoins, or where's the best place to be buying, for example. I'll do one for Ethereum, off the top of my head. That's Ethereum. Louis Vuitton. Ethereum is one of those charts I didn't do too bad actually on. I was giving people from from this region here. It's not on this chart, but it's on another chart. So actually, I was telling people from saying what was it 1900 here? Yeah, 90. This region here. I was telling people, right, we're gonna get some rejection. People were like, no, I'm gonna get bullish from $1,900 go up. Okay, that would have been a good long. I looked straight rejection, and I said to people, let's put buy orders at 1,700. Look right here, look at that. The wick down to 700. The reason why we had previous wicks down to this region. Look, 1,700, 1,700, 1,700. And then when I was looking at it on a longer chart, from the double bottom, one bottom there, came back up, rejected at 2324, back down, plus that bottom again, and we had an upside now. Simple as that. Look, bottom there, easy as that. And then this is a great example of waiting for a trade to come to you. I was not chasing this trade. I was not saying, right, I'm gonna go after this trade. I'm not doing it. I want to wait for it to come back down to my levels that I want to buy at 1,700, long it from there. Simple as that. Look at that. Actually, you know what? I want to find you the chart that I've done for it. I have some naysayers that say I didn't do it, So I'm just saying they out. Louis Vuitton. There you go. Look at that. This is for everyone in the group, and sometimes people said some stuff about signal groups and whatever, what I do and what other people do. This is the main difference between me and a signal group, and I always say this to you guys. Signal groups will just tell you buy here, sell here. They're not teaching you the methods behind buying and selling. They're just telling you what to do. When someone tells you what to do, you'll never learn. You can spend years people telling you and you'll still never grasp it. Main difference with me, I'm showing you how it's been done. I've shown you guys examples of it over and over time again. Now, a lot of people have been learning in the group that have been adapting to it, etc. But look at this, right? Simple as setup. We laid out support resistance lines on the 1-day chart. We know where support and resistance was, etc. Right, we had this downtrend line on the 4th of June, but we've been in downtrends ever since then. Look at that, downtrend. Right, we came down here, we hit the bottom of 1,700, would have been a good long, good sell. Good short from here, back down to long here. And I said, look, one bottom formed there, price got rejected, and if you keep getting rejected, we're going to come back down to the same support at $1,700. Look at that. We went down to the golden areas that said to buy orders. Look at that. My alerts were set there. Look at that. All my alerts were set in that region. Doing completely for you. Look at that. We perfectly went down to there. Orders got activated and we had a bounce through that region. I'm just going to show you that on a 4-hour chart. And just delete that for you, and then look, boom, there you go. Simple as that. Wait for the trade to come to me, not me trying to chase a trade. And I think that'll be my more adoption going forward. I mentioned this the other day to you, everyone. I said my adoption is wait for the trades to come to me rather than me trying to chase a trade. Normally, when you're trying to chase a trade, your heart. There's a lot of chance you won't succeed doing that because you can either be catching it at a long fake out or bull trap, many reasons. If you wait for the trade to come to you, like I said, it doesn't always come, but in these circumstances, it did pay off to wait, fill that buy zones and bounce from there. And this is what traders that I look up to or you see on social media, the good traders, this is what they do. They're not out here trying to trade every kind of coin, any shit coin, any moon boy coin, whatever. You're waiting for the trade, get your buy orders filled in, set your stop loss just under, and then it bounces from here. And look at that, simple as that. No gimmicks, no fancy indicators, just understanding of the market and knowledge. Look at that, bounce from 1,700, boom, 23% on a normal spot position. Would have been a long, whatever. So yeah, so that's my video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's a good Friday video for you guys to listen to and understand obviously what's happening. You know, like I said, I think I'm kind of up to my 20th video as well now. I really enjoy doing these for you guys and interacting with that guys in this manner. Obviously, I'm trying to get better at doing videos for you guys because for all this, I've never done a video before. And it's quite hard to speak to a mic for, I don't know, 20-30 minutes non-stop, making sure you get all your points across. And yeah, and I hope you guys appreciate it and hope you guys are learning. And that's the only thing I care about. You're learning, getting better as a trader, and then you're doing trades yourself. I'm not here to spoon feed you trades. That was never the goal of this group, because you'll never learn that way. And I'd rather you learn and actually go out there and look for these trades for yourself. Ask me questions. We can look at it together. Like I said, I don't want anyone to be getting wrecked. I don't want everyone to be over leveraging. I don't want anyone to be getting the trades wrong, etc. So yeah, so this is the aim of the group, and I've always said this to you guys. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.